Hello, Scorpio, and happy equinox. I'm doing things a little bit different this month. I pulled 3 cards for each sign. Each card represents a month in spring. So this card is March to April. This one is April to May. And this is May to June, or the summer solstice. So we're going to do a little mini reading for each card and see what's in store for each month. So first is perfect setting, wisdom, the forests. Okay, so let's pull up. Let's go for March to April. What's coming for Scorpio March to April, guides? Okay, we have creation. March to April. Scorpio. Release. And shape-shifting. Okay, so as I was shuffling, the first words that came up were release, perfection. So we have this perfect setting. She's painting this beautiful picture, and it's just perfect. And we have this creation card right here, and it's just kind of wild and funky and all over the place, and colors, and it's more it's not perfect. It's more free-flowing and abstract. That's the word I'm looking for. And the message that's coming through is that you're in a space where you're wanting to manifest this perfect life for yourself. But that's not exactly who you are. That perfect life is based on the expectations of others, of society, of things you thought resonated with you at one point, but don't any longer. Something is not right. And so as we go through the next month, you might find that even though you want this perfect setting, nothing has ever fallen into place for you. Like you've struggled. Either, you've wanted this job and it's just been a struggle for years that you've been doing it. Or your relationship was struggled, or you keep having failed relationship after failed relationship. And it's because the relationships, the jobs, the things that you've tried, things you've tried to manifest just don't align with your soul and your purpose here on earth during this life. And so you're being asked to take a look at what is not working. And it's not, the first thing that comes to mind are the words blame. Do not place blame on anything outside of yourself. These people, these situations aren't working not because of them, but just because they don't align. The energy doesn't align. You're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong. It's all about alignment of energy. It was not right. It did not mesh. Vibrations did not match. The right frequency vibrations, nothing matched. I'm really sorry for my loud straw. I didn't think that through. And so you're being asked to take a look at yourself. Go inside of yourself. And see what's not working and figure out what resonates with you better, okay? If you don't like your job, what does resonate with you? But before you go down another path, make sure that path, you feel joy. The thought of doing whatever you're doing brings you joy. Not because you don't want to go down that path because you think it would work for you, like using your brain. Don't think, feel. Does it feel good for you? Or do you think it's good for you? That's the difference between this perfect picture and the picture of your dreams. The life of your dreams. Notice it's dreams and perfect. Creation, dreaming. visualizing something that brings you joy, that aligns with your soul, that brings you joy from a soul level, not a head level, not something that makes sense. You know, like the dream job on paper versus your actual dream job. Okay? You're being released and you're changing. As you release some of these beliefs that you've held all your life, you're going to be changing and undergoing a shift. And that's okay. You may dream of one thing tomorrow and go through something and dream something else the next day and something completely different the next day, and that's okay. This continual shape-shifting of who you are and your desires is absolutely okay. There's no problem with that. It's you discovering who you truly are and what truly aligns with your soul. And that's okay. There's no problem with that. Let me pull one more card. Okay. One more card for March, April for Scorpio. Whale, breach. Okay. The words came through. You might feel like a whale out of water. I know that's not the right. You may feel like a fish out of water. But they said you may feel like a whale out of water for a time. Like not at home, not in your place. But they're also bringing to mind like whales jumping and playing. Okay? They're splashing. They're having fun. And that's what you're being asked to do in order to create. Get out of your head and just have fun. Don't think about what you need or what you should be doing. Just enjoy it. Follow your heart. Follow your passion. Follow what's fun and makes you happy and resonates with you. Allow yourself to play and be free. But the most important thing is get out of your head. Okay. Let's move on to April, May. Okay, April, May for Scorpio. Scorpio, April, May. What? Scorpio, April, May. Interesting. Okay. Scorpio, April, May. Wow. That's taking a while. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Exposed and revealed, and into me I see. And they have these wings, and the way her hands were up, it reminded me of wings. And then we have this hawk flying high above, soaring high above. And the words "get out of your head" are coming back. You know, it's funny, this great big love, this heart is raising. It almost feels like the heart is coming up. It's like the heart is going to be the most important thing. But see her right there, she's looking back into herself. She's like closed down. And you have this body that's kind of closed in on itself. And there's a piece of you that wants to soar. There's a piece of you that knows what you really want, but you're stuck because of trauma, karma, from past lives, from this one, stories you're telling yourself, stories that aren't true. That has to be let go. That has to be released in order for you to soar. Okay? And I'll just say right here, seeing the bigger picture. It's like you are so set on this perfect life This it has to be just perfect, that you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing what's inside yourself, but there's so much more. There's so much more that you're missing. And like, see, she's in the darkness, but there's all these moons around her. And it's like there's a cycle there. And there's an opportunity to blossom. So the second month of spring, you really have the opportunity to blossom and soar. But you have to follow your heart and get out of your head, get rid of those fears. And if something is coming up, like what's coming through is negative self-talk and triggers. Those two things are really coming up for you come April, May. So if you feel yourself being angered, being triggered, you want to cry, any of those emotions, when they're triggered, figure out what it is, what's causing that, where are those emotions from, and move through the pain, the healing process. Heal those emotions. Feel the emotions, heal them, work through the energy, change the energy. And that's how you're going to move through them. So there are a couple messages are coming through here. Either there's a relationship that's developing, like some kind of friendship. Actually, 3 messages. Some kind of friendship or partnership, companionship. Either it's romantic or platonic or business related. So that's something new that's coming. The second message is to be gentle with yourself. It could be, like your inner child. Be loving with your inner child. And I spoke a lot about the inner child in my Equinox reading for the collective today. I just posted that to my account. So I probably talked for like an hour on the inner child. So if you want to fall asleep listening to stuff about the inner child, if this resonates with you at all, go watch that. But another message that's coming through is rely on friends, rely on your family, rely on anyone that you feel close to, that you love and trust. And it feels like, so I want to say the moons, the full moon to full moon is the full moon's around the middle of the month. And this is about when this reading, this second month starts. And so the message I'm getting is like 4 weeks for this time frame from full moon to full moon. You have this opportunity to soar, this opportunity to really find your passions, but you have to make sure to not let this inner self-talk and these self-deprecating thoughts slow you down, stop you. So like this inner self-talk, what this is a frequency vibration. Love is the highest vibration. And the more you find love, passion, joy, the higher your vibration gets. These self-deprecating thoughts, fear, hate, jealousy, envy, those are very low vibrational thoughts, very low frequencies. And so when you're in this frequency, you're not going to mesh with passion and joy. You're not going to find what's meant for you. If you have new opportunities coming in, you're not going to find them because you're not at the right frequency. It's always about vibrational match. And see, it's like this, it's like those are the frequencies around her, but she's looking down. She can't see them because she's not in that place. Allow yourself to see the hurt person inside of you. Allow yourself to see the pain. But instead of blaming or ignoring it or pushing it down, move through it. The people who hurt us, if we continue to allow the people who hurt us to keep hurting us time and time again by rehashing those feelings, rehashing those thoughts, it's like we're slowly poisoning ourselves. Instead of poisoning them, like some of us might like to do, we're slowly poisoning ourselves by lowering our frequency over and over and over and over again. The best thing that we can do is soar. The best way to heal from that pain that people caused us, the best way to get retribution is to be victorious, to soar, to create the amazing life that we want. Not to be, stagnant and hurting and vengeful and everything like that. If people who hurt us truly, I mean, there's a lot of narcissists out there, and I know I have experienced quite a few. Those narcissists, they will never care. You can track them down and try to make them feel bad for themselves. They won't care. They don't see it. I have people in my family like that, and I've been going through this for years. They won't see it. It doesn't matter to them. They did it and they will never regret. They will never apologize. But the best thing that we can do is we can release them from our lives and soar on our own. And you have that opportunity. Okay, let's move on to May, June and see what comes up for May, June. Okay, May, June, Scorpio. May, June, Scorpio. Okay, oops. We have Beauty and the Beast. The Grail Fairy. Okay. Scorpio, May, June. Story Keeper. For fun, let's just do one more. Okay. The first message that came through, and just a second. I don't have allergies, but when pollen comes out, my throat just starts to get dry. Maybe that's a sign of having an allergy, but okay. So, you know what's interesting? Beauty and the Beast is 31 and this is 13. And both of those, 1 and 3 make 4. You know what? Okay, I'm going to I'm being called to reorganize these a little bit. The first message that came out with this card was the Beauty and the Beast being not the unconditional love. It was to be, we have that inside of ourselves. Like Scorpio, I think you're warring inside of yourself with like self-deprecating thoughts and like these negative low vibrations, like the Beast. He saw everything as bad and negative, and he had some just absolute shit luck being a beast for all however many years he was. And, he wasn't going to find love, and the curse would probably never be broken, etc. And then you have Beauty come in, and she's this positive, innocent young woman. And so you have these two absolute opposites. And I see this black and white, and that's funny because this card is black and white. I see these opposites in you. And the numbers are opposite too. It's like I see these two extremes. But what both of them did is they both compromised a little bit. She compromised a little bit, and he started to compromise a little bit. And they came together, and they fell in love, and the curse was broken. So it feels like it's like you're being asked to let down the darkness. On one side, let down the darkness. Say, you have maybe these self-deprecating thoughts, or the self-talk that's negative that you've had for all these years. But on the light side, you have these positive thoughts. And so you have to find somewhere kind of in the middle, you accept these self-talk. You don't accept the self-talk. I'm sorry. You accept that you have the self-talk. You accept that the self-talk comes from trauma and from hurts and people who have hurt you. You accept that. You accept that about yourself. But you also learn how to move through it. It's working through our shadows. Okay? It's our shadows. Our shadows are there to protect us. And if you can see by this, you have all of these winged creatures that they look like they're trying to like help her fly as she steps off into nothing. It's like they're trying to help her. However, the shadow doesn't allow us to grow. It keeps us safe in our norm because the shadow was created out of trauma to keep us safe as we got older. But it gets to a point where we cannot grow with our shadow. So we have to take a step. We have to take a leap of faith. We have to step away from our shadow. We can say, thank you. I am grateful for what you have done for me, shadow. But in this time, I need to step away from you because you're holding me back. And that's exactly what I see, at least in this instance, of what's going on here. The shadow is kind of holding her back, but she has this lightness around her. She's stepping into the light. And she's looking here toward the story keeper. Write your own wisdom. Tell your story. You have the opportunity to write your own story. Create magic for yourself. Okay? Step away, seeing the bigger picture, stepping away from what you know and what you understand, stepping away from the safety of your shadow and seeing a much greater picture, because there's so much more than what your shadow is keeping you held in. And you have this opportunity come May, June. Okay, I've been talking a really long time. So I am going to do one last thing, and I'm going to pull one card from my deck, Scorpio. And it's a digital deck, and if you want to download it, I will leave the information down below. Okay, Scorpio. Miracles. I'm just going to keep this simple. Believe in miracles. They are there. When you believe, when you truly believe, when you make space in your brain, in your knowledge, in your existence, in your emotional compartments, when you believe in miracles, they exist, because the universe has to fill that. The universe will fill you with whatever energy, like any empty spot that's within you. So if you're expecting a miracle, there's like a little compartment that opens up in your inner energy field. There's a little compartment that opens up that says miracle, but it's empty. So the universe will come in and fill it, because you have to be energetically full. I didn't explain that very well, but hopefully you get the picture. Expect miracles this spring. Okay, I am sending you so much love, Scorpio. If you liked my reading, please click that like button. It helps other people find me. If you have any questions or comments about the reading, or would like to share what's going on in your life, please comment below. I love seeing your comments. And if you'd like more of these readings, then click the subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful spring. I'm sending you all loves, and I'll see you back here soon.